He said, let's try this again. And then he said, we're live. That's him. That's part of drip. That ain't all the drip. He coming. Now live on your channel.
It's every week, bro.
That's us every week live.
Jesus, man.
Right?
Should be.
Every week.
There we go.
There we go. Right there. That's us.
We're good. Make it visible for the people, man.
Yeah, we gotta
Fishing department.
rep the fishing department. Same hat that got you put out of church.
Don't get me back on my soapbox.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 weeks removed. I just every time I see that fishing department hat now, I think of two things: slobber and
People be so ignorant now.
and then get out of church. What's up, Drip?
What's up, man?
Happy Monday, man. There we go. We here.
Sound volume on.
Chase said, "Hey, what's up, Chase?"
Yeah. Man, we here. It's a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot went on this weekend. Yeah, I can't really say a lot went on this weekend.
Nah.
Not a lot. Brock Purdy signed his contract.
Joe Biden got cancer.
Okay.
I thought we was just doing like quick takes, or maybe what? No,
Okay.
no relevance in the two, mind you. Yes, Brock Purdy signed his contract.
But Joe Biden does have cancer.
Okay, I like that.
I saw I won't say a report. Well, it was a report. It said something about how the reason why a lot of the people didn't want Biden back in line, and this is like from his own camp, they didn't want him rolling around in a wheelchair in his second term.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
that would have been tough, but I wonder
That's what they said. They said we don't want to roll around in a wheelchair.
I wonder did conversation ever come up about him getting to the point of, because Joe Biden felt like had he ran against Trump, he would have won, right? Let's say he would have. He would have got too sick to serve, then Kamala still would have been president. Did that ever get pitched in the room?
I think so.
Okay. Like, hey, run, win it. You already know with this. Because, bro, this ain't even, I mean, you talking about 6 months post Donald Trump being in office. So it could have been the same timeline. Something like this come out. Now we got to go figure out if he's even physically fit to run in office.
Physically fit? No.
So now we know for a fact that he was, because, I mean, obviously, a diagnosis like this ain't just come out of nowhere. He was probably already doing tests, and all this was already, for lack of a better term, in the works before the headline got dropped right now.
You know, what sucks is Joe Biden got cancer. Like, we know, like, cancer is like a really serious thing.
Yes.
You know? So it's like for a former president to come out and be like, oh, yeah, I got cancer. Like, that's...
I mean, openly, too.
That's pretty, like...
Like, this wasn't nothing that you had to, like, hear. This didn't get leaked. Joe Biden, his team, from his Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever, all came out and said, hey, listen, this is what's going on with the former president.
Man, that sucks for LeBron, man. That really sucks for LeBron. My ear started itching. Jesus Christ.
I mean, hey, he ain't the president no more, so whatever,
That's
you know.
the upside.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the upside of it. I mean, that stress of the body and mind and all that, you don't have to worry about that. But, yeah, it sucked, man. So, prayers up to Joey B, man. But let's go back to...
Wait, whoa. Joey B is Joe Burrow, man.
Okay, well, you know, Joe Biden, too. Joe Biden, Joey B. I was trying to make it cool, you know. Okay.
There's only one Joey B, man.
Whoa, only one Joey B. Okay, not to be duplicated, replicated, none of that.
There's only one Joey B.
Okay.
Could have got MVP last year, like,
but
there's
didn't.
only one Joey B, bro.
But what about Brock Purdy? How many Brock Purdys are there?
Brock, is an average Joe Schmo guy. He's right now tied for like 7th highest paid quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's above Lamar Jackson. He's above Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
I don't know, man. Joey B, he mid. So to, Brock, if you want to compare the two, is like both been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Both lost.
Yeah.
Both have had amazing teams.
Yes.
Both make a lot of money.
Yes.
Let's see what else. I mean, the only difference I would say in Joey and Brock would be Joey be slanging that iron.
Yeah. No apologies about it.
No ifs, ands, but Joey slang that iron.
See, I think another thing about it is we knew the talent that Joey B had to offer. Brock kind of just shocked us. Brock got in there and was like, oh. And then, because I saw the post that what he's done in San Francisco since he's been the starting quarterback. And it's like when San Francisco as an organization is looking at what he's done for them, they thinking, oh, we got to pay this man. Now, when you compare him to other NFL quarterbacks, it don't make sense. But I don't think San Francisco was doing that. I think they was looking at it like, okay, you done took us to a Super Bowl. You done got it through the playoffs. You done had some ups and downs in the season. Like, we want you to be our quarterback.
I wouldn't say, well, yes, it's obviously what he's done, but like you also said, it's what he's done for who he is.
Yes, because we didn't expect, bro. That's what I'm saying, man.
You are Mr. Irrelevant. So to know that you're Mr. Irrelevant and you were still able to be relevant
and block out all of that.
Realistically, like, again, I just, me personally, for all the quarterbacks that are, not all, but for a majority of the quarterbacks that are making the money that they're making,
mm-hmm.
I personally don't think they deserve it.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're looking at this and you're like, oh, man, Brock Purdy is kind of like, yeah, he took him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Debo
Gone. So now you really gonna have to show, like,
your number one target is gone.
So now it's on you.
You still got Kittle over there. You still got Christian.
Okay.
What's McCaffrey?
Yeah.
You still got Christian McCaffrey. So I mean,
it's just his injuries is what would scare one, right? Because
Christian McCaffrey's injuries are,
because you'll have C-Mac, man, and then next thing you gonna know he gone.
But I think that doesn't matter if he can give you a Saquon-esque season. In regards to,
okay,
that's the same reason why New York was down on Saquon. Injuries.
Yeah.
You're to this, you're to that. Like, that's why they were down on Saquon. So when you're looking at the totality of it all,
mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey, you're a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
hell
definitely.
Of a player, hell of a running back, hell of a slot receiver when we need you to be.
All that.
But when we need you to be that, we got to make sure you ain't hurt first.
Yeah, when we need you to be there, you not there.
And that's the issue. Honestly, that's the issue that's plaguing a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
We have great receivers. We got great running backs. We got great quarterbacks. But injuries are plaguing all of that.
And them injuries come at such the most, like, inopportune
So now
time.
you got, I almost said it, but shit, it's our podcast. Now you got niggas like Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
who you could be so much better than you are, but injuries.
Yeah. Man, because Dak realistically, I mean, so is he the downfall to Dallas?
Oh, yes.
Lack of success.
Oh, yes.
So should Dallas
fault.
should Dallas have been looking for a quarterback? Should
Yes.
they? Is that what Trey is there for?
But then again, every team should be looking for their next.
Okay.
Like, even if what you got is solid, to an extent, every team should be looking for their next.
Yeah.
Every team should
be building.
Every team. You should constantly be in the rebuilding phase as a team.
You want to stay ahead of the problem.
As a GM, as an owner, as whatever you want to go. Like, you should constantly be thinking, where are we 5 years from now? Where are we 10 years from now? Where are we 15 years from
always
now?
Wanting to be proactive.
Like, you should always be, and that's why I like Howie Roseman.
Yes.
Because constantly he's thinking, okay, this is good. Super Bowl is great. Where do we go from here? Mm-hmm. Not to say everybody don't think that way, but
it's a very like
to go beyond where do we go from here, and also add how do we grow from here?
Yeah.
Because it's two different things. You can go somewhere else. You can go on another path.
Yeah.
But you can't. But you don't necessarily have to grow.
Yeah. You can go and not grow.
You can say this, and this is one of the life lessons that we all we drop them in y'all. Boom 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 boom. In life, how they always talk about the two paths. Mm-hmm. Everybody go down one path. Some people go down the other path. When you're going down the other path, they don't say you go down. They don't say you go to another destination. They say you're going to the same destination, just a different way.
Yeah, a completely different route.
So with you going to that same destination a different way that everybody else is, in reference to every other NFL team, we may all have the same objective.
Just win the Super Bowl.
Which is to win a ring, Super Bowl, whatever they want to call it in 10, 15, whatever it is, like NFL championship, whatever. The goal is to win a championship. Mm-hmm. Not a conference championship, not a divisional championship.
In NFL, a league championship.
That's the goal.
Yep.
How you do that is up to you, though.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you take your core and continue to build off of that, or whether you have your core, break it up every 3 years, whatever it is, that's your leisure, that's your luxury. But we all got the same common goal.
Yeah, all of us got the same goal.
And we all got the same destination.
And that's Super Bowl.
And that's the Super Bowl.
That is us going to the championship, getting to where it's like, okay, we done did this, we done did that. Because again, man, you can take off after a Super Bowl and still be a losing team.
So
because you ain't playing.
Super Bowl for 2026 is on February the 8th, Sunday, February the 8th.
Okay.
Early predictions, no bias. Just going off of what we know about the schedule, so on and so forth.
Okay. I mean,
who are you thinking right now? Super Bowl 2026.
No bias.
Super Bowl LX. What is that?
That ain't 60? That ain't 60.
Shit, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Tell us in the comments if y'all know. I don't know.
If you know Roman numerals.
What's LX?
Tell me what LX is, please.
I'm going to say Super Bowl predictions next year. No bias. I'm going Philly. I just don't see no team in the NFC beating us, period. That's not no bias. I mean, Washington is going to be a team that, Washington, Tampa are going to be those teams that hopefully can pull out this year, make a stride in the playoffs, but still, now we got the experience. Now we got the taste. It's over.
Okay.
AFC.
Okay.
AFC, I'm not seeing a rematch at all.
Whoa.
I'm not seeing that. No, I don't want to.
I
don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
So who's dethroning Kansas City this year?
I think it's Lamar time. I think it's Jalen Hurts and Lamar Super Bowl next year. I think we're going to have one of the best Super Bowls, one of the most historic Super Bowls, iconic Super Bowls of ever. Not of just our generation, but of ever. Because you're about to put two of the most elite black quarterbacks against each other on the biggest stage in football, and then you about to see Philly go back to back. Hey, so those are my predictions.
Whoa. Okay.
Let me hear yours.
Let me ask you this before I give you mine.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. AFC Championship, NFC Championship game. Who is it?
I'm seeing again, man, I'm just not seeing KC going all the way like that next year, bro. I'm seeing them getting out second round, I'll say, to Buffalo. I'm seeing that rematch of Buffalo and Josh Allen. Buffalo and Lamar Jackson again, and Lamar again going all the way. But he gonna get right to the taste of it, and that's where, you know, the Eagles gonna have to let him know, man. Hey, listen, it was nice playing with you, but try again next year. And that's just, again, my prediction.
Wow. Okay.
Good question, though. Great question. NFC, I'm honestly, man, I want to say Philly and Tampa. And let me give some reason, right? Because Tampa, I'm not a fan of this guy at all. We, as a podcast, we can speak for each other. I don't like Baker Mayfield, period. But Tampa love him. And he fits Tampa. They still got their core in Mike Evans. They still got their core in their receivers. I mean, they're structured, and they've made enough upgrades to go to that next level. So I could see that of Philly and Tampa. Woo, that'd be crazy. And if not Philly and Tampa, Philly and Washington. I mean, I'm not seeing any other team in the NFC from Atlanta, New Orleans to make any changes to be talked about in a vast way. I mean, hell, they quarterback just retired on them. Giants, no. I mean, even with a Russ, they'll make the playoffs, but they'll get kicked out by, again, like a Tampa or Washington. But yeah, let me hear your predictions.
Oh man, real quick before I give my predictions, if you're here, we don't see no comments going on right now.
Nah, man, but we've been talking.
I've been looking at the screen, waiting to see a comment pop
All we
up.
see is Chase Williams, yo.
I don't.
And we can see it's more people watching than just Chase Williams.
Come on, man.
Friday, I had it jumping.
Come on, man. Cause, come on, man. Really, I'm gonna be.
All right.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We need people talking because this is good.
It's good. Good conversation. Good discussions.
This is good because me personally, I haven't shared this with anybody. Coming out of the AFC this year, I agree. I don't think it's going to be like I think Kansas City second round exit, yes. To Buffalo, no. Because I don't think Kansas City. Thank you, Max. Thank you so much. I don't think. Yo. James Reese, man, what's up, man? Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Max, man.
This is Max.
If you never met him, man, this is
Max. Max, you mind getting okay? Paul.
He sits.
Okay, and he give Paul. This is my boy. That's our thing. That's why he set like that. Can you get in your cage, though? We doing a podcast. This is going to be beautiful. All the pet lovers are going to, okay, Paul, that's my boy. Max said, this is my show today.
Max, you're disturbing
You might as well,
us.
if you're going to come in, you might as well put your face all the way in.
You're
Or
disturbing
you're going to have to
us,
get all the way
Max.
out, man. Cage.
Come on, Cage, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you. I'm going to give you a snack later.
All right. That's a good clip. Max literally just walked right over here.
Wow.
11 episodes. He's been out before. He's never done that before, but I guess he said today's my day. Hey, As you were, brother, please.
Okay, so for me, in the
Second round exit, but not to Buffalo.
yeah, I don't think it'll. Max, you're a superstar.
There you go, buddy. You got your attention.
Jesus Christ, Max. For me personally, I feel like it won't be the Buffalo only because of seeding.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because of seeding. The same way we didn't have to see Tampa Bay this year.
Okay. Yes.
Only because of seeding.
Okay.
So with that, honestly, I'm thinking the AFC Championship game is going to be. I think Lamar knocks Kansas City out.
So you think Kansas City going to the? Okay, and you know what? I like that story.
I don't think they're going to AFC. No, I think Lamar knocks Kansas City out second round.
And that's what I'm saying. I like that. I like that story because again, you know what they say, and this is I mean, you know, people put Patrick Mahomes up there in top quarterbacks. So the saying is to be the best, you got to beat the best. So Lamar beating Patrick, whether it's second round, hell, whether they even, because again, I personally don't see. I see Kansas City barely sliding in there. Like,
so who are you seeing with the first round bye?
First round bye, I'm giving it to.
Who are you seeing like winning AFC this year? Not AFC Championship, like winning the AFC this year. Through the regular season.
I'm saying Lamar. I'm still going Baltimore. Yeah, I'm still going Baltimore.
First round bye is Baltimore this year.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So we're in the same frame.
So then second round, if Kansas do slide out of that wild card game, because that's where I'm putting them at in the wild card game.
Right.
They got experience. They got enough talent. They'll probably beat whoever in the wild card. Let's just say, for shits and giggles, Jacksonville make the wild card because of Travis Hunter and you finally get a wide receiver for.
Oh my God, this is good, bro, and nobody's saying nothing.
I'm telling you, bro, this is good, right?
Oh my God, this is good.
So you got your first round, Jacksonville, KC take them boys out. Let's just cool. I give you that one. Boom, Baltimore. Wait, they like, oh yeah, this is what we want anyway.
Watch this. I'm gonna stick one to you. I think. I see Miami,
okay.
Kansas City first round wild card.
Okay.
That I think that's going to be first round wild card. Honestly, Jesus Christ.
Let me hear it.
Now that I'm thinking, what I'm about to say is really going to negate what we said about Kansas City making the second round. Because I see Miami knocking Kansas City out.
Okay, but I still like that for the Lamar storyline because now he knocking out whoever think they the best because they done beat Patrick, which obviously would be, you said Miami. So it's like, okay, yeah, we take that because Miami gonna be coming. I have a hard time seeing. I don't know. I guess it's really the Tua for me. Like it's the Tua. Like
I personally feel like this year is one of those years where, when they take the precautions to take care of him, he's okay. So if Miami as a team can assure that he's good, whether it be in the pocket, whether it be...
They got to protect their quarterback.
Exactly. If they can protect him, that's what's going to matter.
I mean,
because again, we literally just saw a year.
So wait. You think Tyreek Hill gonna last?
Yeah, Tyreek stays.
Not gonna get traded. No trades. No nothing.
No.
Okay.
If anything messes them up, I think their defense is about to collapse because I keep seeing that people are trying to get Jalen Ramsey.
Bro, Jalen Ramsey's gone.
And if Jalen is gone, their defense is gone. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
Jalen Ramsey's gone, and honestly, whatever team get Jalen Ramsey is going to be better. Their defense immediately got better. I don't care who the team
trying to get him.
Bro, and that was about to be my next point is they're saying that we're favored to get him. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey, he's in his 10th year.
Man, I see a lot of people watching. I'm about to start trolling, and I bet when I start trolling, I'm gonna get them comments going.
Yeah.
Jalen
Ramsey.
Oil in me.
Jalen Ramsey is at the point right now in his career to where he's trying to win a Super Bowl. He already know that I can get on a team like Philly. They not missing nothing. They don't need nothing.
Ain't missing nothing.
I can get on this team and we can instantly go right back to back, and I can guarantee him a win.
Speaking of Philly ain't missing nothing, bro. Yo, I was on the old Pat. How you on a them? You must not be subscribed, Pat. As we take this,
he was commenting on the old stream.
As we take this pause, I would like to say everybody right now on this live on this stream. I need you.
Yeah, he definitely was on the old one. I just got a comment.
That's crazy. I need you to share this. Take a screenshot of this page right here.
This man said, "Yo," on the old stream.
That's crazy. Take a screenshot of the page right here. Let's flex for it. Take a screenshot of that. Get the link. Share it to your Instagram story. Share it to your Facebook.
Share it right now.
Share it right now. No, I promise you. Share it right now. We'll take a little pause.
Go ahead.
We'll take a little rest. We'll wait. Hold on. We'll wait. I ain't gonna lie. If I finish this cup, I'm going to be drunk.
You see what my cup is. I ain't had no ice.
And we only 27 minutes in. So
We only 27 minutes? Dang, you was right, because we ain't talking about Diddy. We ain't talking about the playoffs.
It's coming.
We ain't talking about none of that.
It's coming. We got it. Let's get this out the way.
Everybody getting in here. Everybody doing it. I already know. Bay, Sis,
We sharing it.
Chase,
we let them share it.
Pat,
Share
everybody
it.
in here.
Everybody
James
share it.
Reese,
Share it.
everybody in here. Everybody doing it.
That headache. Everybody sharing it. Come on. I need to see comments, likes, shares, all that stuff right now, because the conversation only gets better from here.
We done teach you enough. Now we in here.
The conversation only gets better. Matter of fact, talk to the people real quick. I'm about to do something. I'm about to set TikTok up so that we can get comments from TikTok too.
Okay.
Because I don't know who's gonna watch TikTok, but we need some comments, man. Talk to us.
I'm gonna talk to y'all while Chris set that up.
It shouldn't take long either.
It ain't gonna take no long. He not stumbling or nothing. So we good.
Was that sarcasm or really not stumbling?
No, you really not.
Okay.
He said, "What's that sarcasm?"
I need to know.
This is the benefit when you got your own podcast. How we can just get up, set up our own thing. Pat, you here now and you still not commenting on the new stream. So that don't. Oh, he probably sharing. They probably sharing. Everybody got up.
Everybody sharing right now.
Everybody got off to share. So when everybody getting back on right now, they like, damn, where Chris at? He coming back. He's setting up TikTok. We about to go live on TikTok as well. Get our TikTok followers up. DK Podcast _ on everything. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't even know why I said Facebook. We got Facebook. We got a little small Facebook following, Shout out to the people from Facebook, but Instagram and TikTok, we know that's where it's at. We know that's where it's at. And there we go. Live on TikTok. Here, right now. Let's do it. He said, "Yo, I was sharing." I appreciate that. I knew that's what that was. We said that's what that was. What's up, TikTok? Tick the top, What
the song say? The
He said Chase Williams, Dre Jr. Yes, sir. That is me. That's the one and only.
All right. So now that we gave y'all the opportunity to share, at this point we should see a lot of comments. Okay?
Yeah, comments about to start coming in.
We're about to see a lot of views coming in, a lot of comments coming in. We're looking between right now YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, what it is, y'all probably wondering why your audio ain't really like clean.
Like ours. Because that means you need to go on the YouTube.
You need to go to YouTube. Matter of fact, real quick, hold on.
Discussions and conversations.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Listen, Pat, how you feel about Philly and Baltimore in the Super Bowl next year? That was one of the conversations we were just having. Me and Chris pitched that KC is gonna go out in the second round, and then we came back and start talking about, well, Miami might take them boys out in the first round. That's Chris' prediction.
Bro, for real.
I'm going first round. I'm thinking maybe Jacksonville. And I'm thinking KC's gonna take Jacksonville out of the first round, and the wild card go to the second round, and that's where they're gonna be getting their ass kicked by them Ravens. Let me know what y'all thoughts is on that. That's the quick recap of what we've talked about.
That's where we at so far, TikTok, okay?
That's it.
All right, so
pick up where you were saying.
my predictions, right?
Yeah, you didn't get your predictions.
I was picking up. So I'm
pick up with why you feel like Miami might be that team that's going. You saying going to the second round though.
Wild card. So here's why. I feel like for Miami, they faced Kansas City before.
Okay.
They realistically, the reason why they didn't go at the time that they did is because of Kansas City.
Okay.
So with them understanding that, I feel like it's one of those things where they're kind of like, nah, bro, we know how this is, and because we know how this is, we know what to do.
Okay.
It's one of those, just like the Eagles just did. We've seen you before, and because we've seen you before, we've learned you.
Okay.
We know your weakest points. We know what's up, TikTok. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come on, comment. We're talking right now about the NFL. We know your weakest points. We know all of this stuff about you. So because of that, that ain't nothing to us.
Okay.
So seeing that again, do they? The more you know, how like the more you talk, the more you think about what you said before, kind of thing. I feel like it's one of those.
Did it let you do it?
Let's see.
Let me go back to it because I had closed out because I didn't know if it was gonna do it or not.
So I feel like it is one of those things to where.
You talking good though. I mean, I like the point of. Oh yeah.
Hold up. So, the more you, again, like the more you talk, the more you think about what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Does Miami? Dang, man, I'm about to renege on my word.
No, you about to renege? You're not a renege, are you?
I'm about to renege on my word, bro. I'm about to renege on my word.
What's the renege? Let me hear it.
Miami beat Kansas City? God knows I want to say yes.
But
I can't doubt Patrick Mahomes. Unless he's going against the Philadelphia Eagles.
so that are you saying that you don't see him getting past Baltimore either?
Real quick, in the comments, because y'all about to help me out. Who do you believe in more? Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes? Wherever you are.
That's tough.
I need to see that real quick, because that's going to help me out a bit. It might sway me. Who do you believe in more? And don't be biased because Patrick Mahomes has so many. He got 3 or 4 championships, and like don't be biased. Be for real. Cause my boy's what 3-time MVP.
Who?
Lamar.
Yes.
3-time MVP. And Pat has how many?
2.
Okay.
I think that look like Sage over there on TikTok.
Sage is
hey?
on TikTok. Hey.
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 We live on TikTok now too. We gonna start doing both. We gonna figure this TikTok thing out for real. So on Friday it's gonna, yeah. But for now, this
Pat
improv.
said Mahomes all day.
Mahomes all day.
Pat said Mahomes all day.
I thought it was gonna be like just me and you.
Why is there so many?
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Mahomes all day.
Chris fixing settings. He's changing settings. He's getting it right.
Am I?
I think you are.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Wait. Whoa. It's telling me to do all this stuff, man.
Is it me?
I don't know. Wait.
Okay. Still a lot of other people in here though.
Y'all on my For You page. For you.
Yeah.
That what was on for you.
For you.
But no, I really, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, man.
Okay.
And
see, because even when I left, it still did that.
Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
This man is hilarious.
Wait, for real. Let's see.
Let's.
Hold on. Let's do it. Let's see. Oh man, there's so much going on. Whew.
I tell you, boy.
Oh man. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
But do I see Patrick Mahomes coming out of the? Do I see him coming out of the wild card? Because I do see him in the wild card game this year. I don't see him going 15. What was it? 15-2, 15-1. What was it? Whatever. I don't see them winning 15 games this year.
Who? Patrick?
Yeah. I don't see Kansas City
I'm telling no, bro. No.
I see more so 13-14.
Dang. That's still on the hot side.
Maybe 11-12. Because again, they're a wild card team this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really seeing, a wild card team. The Bills, Buffalo. I see a Buffalo Ravens.
Okay, so you
Buffalo
think
Ravens AFC.
Okay, so you think
matchup.
we gonna get that again?
I'm seeing Buffalo Ravens AFC matchup. For the NFC, our boys got a tough schedule, man.
Yeah, we sat here on
Our
Friday.
boys got a tough.
We sat here on
schedule,
Friday,
man.
went through the schedule, gave our predictions on that, and we
for
still.
the NFC, I got to say I see my boys coming out. No bias. This is no bias. Do you like chocolate chip or sugar cookie? I
like chocolate. Me personally, my big ass like chocolate chip. You know, TikTok gonna have all them type of questions.
TikTok, I like frosted sugar cookies. Okay, but I see the dry ones from Publix. Yes, I see in the NFC Eagles.
Hello?
I'm going because I got the schedule.
Thank you, boy.
I got all the schedules is like in my head right now. Chiefs have a tough schedule.
That's what I was thinking, Pat. 10-11.
That's why I said about 11-12, like, cause this year, bro, they was going by the skin of their skin.
I'm telling you, bro. Every game some of them games they were barely making it out with a win.
I don't know, man.
Who you see Philly going NFC Championship?
I'm thinking Eagles, Lions.
Okay.
Because realistically, the Lions didn't have to do anything different. They just need a quarterback to tighten up.
But again, so that means you going into this season again, hoping that he can stay tight the entire time, and that's a risk.
Vikings will be wild card. I mean, weren't they this year?
Yeah.
Not because of their schedule, but because of how the
ups and downs of the season.
They were wild card this year, so I mean that ain't no shocker.
Okay, so we talking all this championship and all this blah 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 in NFL. Let's talk about this championships over here in the NBA. Both of them solidified for the conference right now.
Bro,
you got the Knicks and the Pacers in the East. And then on the West, you got, we called it over here, Minnesota, OKC. Battle of the youngins. I don't want to call them boys YNs. I don't want to do that to them. But you got battle of the youngins. TikTok, y'all don't know, this is a yawning podcast as well. Y'all keep track of how many times Chris yawned.
On God, I see the finals this year is going to be Knicks Timberwolves. The winner is going to be
Ant-Man. I'm sorry. This is his prediction. You hear from
Knicks get game 1. Ant take game 2 and 3. Knicks get 4. Ant take 5. 3-2. Ant-Man is 7. Wait.
6. Game 6, they'll be up 3.
Not even that. Who gets... I'm telling you, Knicks Timberwolves, bro. I'm telling you. Who gets...
Home court?
Yeah. Knicks get home court, right?
I don't know. The Timberwolves had a damn good season. Look at their record real quick. They had a damn good season, though.
Shucks.
I got you. Yeah, they had a pretty good season. So I was under the impression that so the Knicks are the Timberwolves are 49 and 33. Yeah, no, Knicks got home court.
Knicks got home. So yes, Knicks take game 1. Timberwolves take 2 and 3. Knicks take game 4. They go back home for game 5. Series tied 2-2. Knicks take... No. Wolves take 5. Knicks take 6. Wolves go back home for 7 and win it all.
No, 7 is in New York, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I got Wolves in 6.
Nah, Wolves going to go to New York and win it. It's going to be a 7-game series.
I mean, obviously, people would want to see, like, 7 games in Madison Square Garden, but then people also would want to see New York win that 7. That's why I would just say, if I was Ant-Man, I wouldn't even toy with the food, man. Go ahead and get them boys up out of there.
But he's not going to be able to.
I mean, and that's now you go. Now we talking.
He's not going to be able.
That's the reality of it. Is
he's
the
not
Knicks?
Gonna be able to just
The Knicks are not one of them teams on the West that's banged up, because realistically, Timberwolves just had to deal with a banged up Golden State. That's, some would say that's why they got past Golden State,
because they went 4-1 and New York had that extra game. Just that alone is.
I mean, well, it really depends on what these two series right now look like. Because, I mean, Indiana is not. I mean, they not to be toyed with, so they could bruise up on the Knicks. I mean, obviously, we just saw what
this whole series is gonna be nip and tuck.
That's what I'm saying. We just saw what OKC had to go through with them big boys down there in Denver. I mean, they left Denver so banged up. I mean, you had at the end of the series, you got Aaron Gordon with a grade 2 sprain. You had Michael Porter was still patched up. Jamal Murray was dealing with the flu. So it's like realistically, OKC, it really determined like how they pan out in their series, because if the Timberwolves go through OKC and beat them boys in 5.
OKC has played more games than the Timberwolves.
Yes. They just went to 7. Timberwolves been chilling. Timberwolves only had 5 last series.
The Pacers, the Knicks have played more games than the Pacers.
Yup, makes sense too, because the Pacers been chilling.
I mean, granted, it's only been
They swept.
one. It's only been one. No, it's only been one extra game.
Okay.
Because they went 4-1 both series.
And then Knicks went.
No, 2 extra games. I'm sorry.
Knicks went. Knicks went 6.
They went 4-2. They went 6 games with the Pistons and 6 games with the Celtics. So, just that alone.
All them little games like that, all that matter once you get to the big stage.
With the travel and
not to mention the long ass season they already just played. Then you add in, okay, this is what we had to do during the playoffs. This is who we had to face in the playoffs. Because you talking about the Pistons, that means they had to go see them Roughnecks in Detroit. So they had to take a beating there. Boston, that wasn't really much for Boston. Because Orlando had already beat up on Boston. So by the time Boston got to New York just went ahead and just tucked it away. Sad to say what happened to Jason Tatum, but it's just like New York went ahead and just closed the deal because Orlando had already started the job.
So who do you think is going to control the tempo of the series for each series? Who's going to control team-wise, player-wise, whichever? Who's going to control the Eastern Conference Finals? Who's going to control the Western Conference Finals? Well, probably not the West, because we know it's Ant for the West. However Ant go, that's how the Western Conference.
I mean, I think the East is really up to right now Tyrese and Jalen. I think right now Tyrese is at a very pivotal point in his career. When I say that, I mean like, dog, this is a year to where last year you was here. Obviously, Boston did it. They won it. Y'all here again this year. Everybody looking at Tyrese to take them boys all the way. Like, TikTok. Everybody looking at Tyrese like, hey, listen, what y'all about to do? What you about to do? Not even y'all, what you about to do? We ain't looking at Miles Turner. We ain't looking at Siakam. We looking at Tyrese because it's your team. Right? Now, an argument for Jalen is Jalen's in the spot to where you just got launched into being the number 1 player, face of this team. You done took the Knicks to their first Eastern Conference Finals in the first 25 years. It's been 25 years. Since 2000, them boys ain't seen the ECL.
Them boys been ass for 25 years.
Exactly, Drup. Since we were babies. So it's like, when you think about it in that retrospect, all right, Jalen, you might be up against a little more pressure because, yes, Tyrese was here last year, but at least he brought us here.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you did it back to back because, I mean, essentially he'll be doing what Jimmy did for Miami. Jimmy took him to the finals as well, but took you to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, I did what I could. I need a little more help. That's going to be Tyrese's argument. Jalen, they looking at Jalen like, bro, you the man. Would you argue if Jalen goes to not just win the Eastern Conference Finals, but to go and win the finals for the Knicks, is he the face of New York? Like, it's the New York Knicks franchise. I mean, is this now the guy that you can say, oh yeah, this him. When you retire, jerseys and the Raptors, you get a statue, you good.
When you say face of New York, you gotta think about like everything that New York encompasses.
Mm-hmm.
New York has 1, 2, 3, 5 sports franchises. Honestly, I personally feel like the Yankees are like the franchise of New York.
Mm-hmm.
So if he make the finals, win finals, he has to be finals MVP, averaging 35, 6 and 7 type of thing.
I mean,
in order to say face of New York.
And when I say face in New York, I mean like of the Knicks organization. Like, are the Knicks now hedging their bets? Like, oh yeah, this, like, we thought it was Melo. Like, Melo ain't Melo. Obviously, I mean, look at you just heard the 25 years Melo played for the Knicks within all that time frame. So Melo didn't even do it. So you did something that we thought basically it's like this drip. We thought Melo was great, but you done came and really showed us.
That's something to say.
Mari Stoudemire, all them boys. We thought them boys was doing it. But you done first time in 25 years and we won it. Appreciate you. That's what I mean when I'm coming at it. So I pose
this question. Is Kawhi the greatest Raptor?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he did something for that franchise that before he got there won. I mean, you talking about Vince Carter, Duncan was like that's what they was known for in the Chris Bosh era, and like just little sentiments throughout the NBA. But then Kawhi came there and brought a whole new wave to Toronto. Like, he was like, oh yeah, y'all, let me put y'all onto a championship. This is what I learned down here in San Antonio. Let me put y'all onto it. Because when Kawhi retired, I would be willing to bet that his jersey's going up in Toronto, just like it's going up in San Antonio. Because you did something for us that we didn't know this.
I mean, yeah, but he was there for one season
and won a ring. That even more going to, like, bro, you all, because a lot of these boys, bro, when you look at the Tyrese's, the Jimmy Butlers, the even, I mean, people like Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook that jump around from team to team and do this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, their biggest thing be, oh, I needed one more, or I needed another person. Kawhi got there and was like, let's do it. Let's run it.
But he didn't need the one more because he already had the other person. He already had Pascal and
I mean, because in the day,
Kyle.
That's what Kevin Durant did when he went to Golden State. He was like, oh, I can go and fit in there. We can go win it. It's just only different is Golden State had already won. They'd already had their franchise play. They had already had that. Kawhi went there and gave Toronto like a legit like jump started energy to the point now where even after Pascal left, they still went and was like, all right, we still got to have a core. We still got to, because they don't won a championship within the last decade, so they still under the mindset of it's still possible.
Damn, man.
When you got teams, no disrespect to our boys here in Orlando that done been around for decades, haven't won one, Toronto can be like, well, we a younger team than teams like Orlando, and we done already won one. So what we can do that again. We just need that. And that is that one missing player.
Damn, man. Got me thinking about a lot. I don't feel like Kawhi is the greatest Raptor of all time. Top 3, top 2, yeah, maybe.
So who your greatest?
I feel like without a championship, Chris Bosh and Vince did more for the organization.
I mean, without a doubt, but
like the championship is great, but he did that. You weren't a scoring leader. You weren't an assist leader. You weren't anything leader. You didn't. Again, not to say you didn't do anything for the organization, but it's kind of one of those things where you bought the championship, but in the course of your time here, besides the championship, what did you do? Because when you think about players that have made waves for organizations, whether they've won a championship or not, it's what they did while there such as how many points they scored, how many rebounds, whether you were a rebound leader, whether you were assist leader, whether you 6th man of the year while you were there, like all of those things encompass it. Realistically, Kawhi made the championship. He made the finals off a lucky bounce.
I mean,
the 76ers.
I mean, yes, and then also I think in this day and age you can account all of those facts into it, the points, rebounds, assist leaders, and all that. But also he just made the Raptors relevant again in general. I mean, obviously Drake is a Canadian by that. I mean, that's who he is. But I mean, he really got behind the Raptors in a whole different light when them boys was like, oh, they about to go. Oh, them boys. Oh. So then it's like you got that huge major push from OVO, Drake. So now you're not just a Canadian basketball team no more. It's like now we really talking about the Raptors in the NBA. Because before then, the relevance was, as you mentioned, Chris Bosh, Vince Carter, what they had did for the organization as far as their scoring, their athleticism, and all of that. But then after Chris Bosh had left and went to Miami, it was Toronto who? Until Kawhi got there and was like, oh, let me remind you of, again, it's not discrediting the Chris Bosh and Vince Carter, but it's like, let me remind you of the Raptors. Let me take you back into the legacy. These boys might not have been able to do it, but on their shoulders, I'm gonna do it. And he did it. That's how I guess I look at it to, again, not discredit Chris Bosh, Vince Carter, because definitely they did more for the organization. I mean, they made Toronto relevant. Vince Carter with the dunk, Chris Bosh going over there with his athleticism at his size, like, them boys did it. But I think Kawhi just kind of put the icing on the cake and was like, all right, this is a full body of work. This is a well-rounded team. He'll go a championship. Kind of like what Paolo would do for Orlando. Only difference is obviously Paolo drafted. I mean, all of that, like, he's bred it in Orlando. But again, he might win a ring and he might be like, all right, I'm out.
But I again, because when you say the greatest for an organization,
I mean, you definitely capture everything.
It has to encompass everything. And the fact that you were one and done with that team, I personally feel like that automatically excludes you from that. No matter what you did in that 1 year. Like, because again, yes, Kawhi was a pivotal piece in them getting there, but we can't act like they were just ass all that time. They were in the playoffs for 2-3 years prior to that with just Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet. All like they were doing it by themselves. Yes, he came in and was again like the key turner, but they were there before. So it's not like he took an organization that had never been to the playoffs, to the championship. They were already there. They had just saw LeBron in the playoffs 2-3 years prior to that.
Hey, I mean, he went there and won a ring, though. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. I mean, end of the day, I mean, they had all them pieces, they had all them people, Pascal, Cal, Fred, and y'all still weren't able to piece together a ring. Kawhi got there and was like, oh, let me just jump on this.
That's a lot of organizations,
Mm-hmm.
and
like
we just said, like again, even though they prior had rings, that's the same thing for Golden State, and we're not going to sit here and say that Kevin Durant is the greatest Warrior to play.
Mm-mm. But it's because they've already had that taste of winning. Like Toronto had never, again, they had been to the playoffs, lost. That's cool, but Kawhi was like, no, we going all the way. Kevin Durant didn't really do nothing besides get on the team that was already winning.
But so even with that, Kyle Lowry was on the team prior to that, took the team all of these places, so on and so forth. Some would say that Kyle Lowry was the piece that got them to the finals. Not necessarily the piece, but because Kyle Lowry was there, Kawhi was able to do that. Mm-hmm. So with all of Kyle's accolades, all of his all-star appearances, assist leader, points franchise leader, all of that stuff, wouldn't it make sense for Kyle Lowry to technically be the greatest Raptor to play? Like, because again, yeah, you did in that 1 year you were here, all you did was win a championship.
Yeah.
So again, when you totally encompass Hell, even Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet did more for the organization than Kyle Lowry did. Yeah. I mean, than Kawhi Leonard did. And
Fred,
again, yes, you brought a championship here, but again, it encompasses everything that you did for the organization. And all you did, Kawhi, was go along for a championship ride. Because I won't be the person to sit here and say that Kawhi was the sole benefactor in them winning the championship game.
No, I mean he won the sole benefactor, but but again, that goes without saying when you mention the Cal, the Fred, the Pascal, like they had a structure and a core in place. So he just jumped in and was like, all right, let me see why let me bring some expertise, some of my finals experience, some of my experience to what y'all already have, and let's just go and win it. So I mean, arguably maybe not the greatest Raptor, but I mean I'm definitely gonna put him up there top 3 just because of he brought the only championship to the organization. Now, had Pascal stayed there and won, hell, even the Pascal end up going back and win. It's like, okay, you all right, you a Raptor. Like I see what the organization mean to you.
Yeah, but even for Pascal, after y'all won the championship, he stayed there another 2 or 3 years. Yeah, and went through the downfall, went through the turmoil,
he got to fight it up, boy.
So again, like
that boy about to be 2-time Eastern Conference final appearances now for like Indiana.
When people say Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, LeBron's the greatest of all time, they take into account everything that they did, not just for their team, but the game of basketball. Mm-hmm. So to flip it to a smaller scale, when you're saying somebody is the greatest for a team, you got to think of what they did for the team in totality, not just for a run or a single thing. Because again, he was there for 1 year.
Yeah. Hey, 100%.
And then so to make it a full circle thing, for Jalen Brunson, I feel like if he wins a championship, top 4, top 5 Knicks of all time, but there's still so much that you still gotta do in order to put you like top 2. Because we gotta remember how many Knicks have come through the organization.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty, obviously,
like even in the 25
foundation as far as the organization.
Years, bro, Carmelo is, I believe, top 2, top 3 in scoring, top 2, top 3 in
but see, when
assists, all of those things. So
I guess
it totally encompasses everything that you've done for the organization.
Yeah, for sure. That's what gets your jersey retired. At the end of the day is like, all right, what did you do for us? Like, how many records have not been able to be touched with your name on it? Like, and at that point,
if he win the championship this year and never win another one, like I'm not going to say New York won't care, but New York won't care because of
the organization. See, that's the thing.
Because of the fans.
That's the thing, though, man. Like, you really add a lot of pressure, like, to your career when you go to a team like New York and give them a taste of anything. Because just a taste of going to the Eastern Conference Finals, like right now the headline is this is their first Eastern Conference Finals appearance in 25 years. So it's like that alone, they looking at you, and the way New York fans are, they looking at you like, all right, you ready for next year? Like, hey, nigga, we ain't even won this one yet.
And again, because of where you are, New York's, the Philadelphias, the Commanders, the Chiefs, the Lakers, the Celtics, Atlanta, Hawks and Falcons and Braves. Like those cities, fan bases,
it's insane.
The Green Bay, like
insane.
You have certain Detroit. You got certain cities.
Lions and Pistons.
Yeah, you got certain cities that just rally behind their teams.
But see, would you say some cities have reasons? Because when you look at teams, when you look at cities
Dallas,
bro, exactly. But when you look at teams like New York, like they have championship in their blood. Philly, championship in their blood. Like Dallas, what y'all Detroit, y'all ain't, the Pistons and Lions ain't dead. Like, it's like, so it's just at the end of the day.
But to say New York got championship in their blood and to not give the nod of respect to your Pistons because they won in 2001 or whatever it was. Same for, even though the Cow Pussies ain't won since 90s, they got championship in their blood. Like a lot of these cities, again, with these diehard fan bases. I mean, they
live in
your Magics, except for your
they talking shit off that one championship. Whether it's 30, 40 years old, they gonna remind you, oh no, we got you ain't won. They don't matter. We won it, and that's what those fans are riding off of. Is championship can be 35, 40 years old. We got one.
I mean, a lot of cities don't have the drive behind their team that a lot of other cities have, such as your Philadelphia, such as your New Yorks. A lot of it is just because of the city that you're in.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, I love us. I love the city of Philadelphia. I've visited, I've seen Philadelphia. It's trash, bro.
Yeah.
We're horrible people. Philadelphians, we're horrible people. And I say we because I'm a fan of the city. I've been a fan of the city for a long time, and I've experienced the culture of the city, whether it was a long time or not. Like, I've seen Philly fans for a long time in my life.
Yeah. I mean, they in your face fans. I mean, just like your Pistons fans or any of your fans that just like they always being talked about in ESPN, like Philly.
So because of that, like, again, before our 2018 championship, we didn't really have anything to hark on either. Mm-mm. But we were still regarded as the most disgusting fans in the league. The most degenerate, the most cynical, the most all of these things. So I think, like, in this situation, for both, for the Eastern and the Western, I think it comes down to the city and who can rally behind their team. Because that is what's going to push them boys to say,
I mean, well, then
let's goddamn play.
I mean, that's scary then, because you just saw what OKC did behind the Thunder. I mean, they really rallied behind them boys in that Game 7. And, I mean, you even had Trae Young, who is a Knicks, like, enemy, was like, bro, it's louder in OKC than it is in New York. And that's because at the end of the day, that's that hunger that OKC got. But see, for Trae Young, obviously we all know the hate that he get when he go to New York. For him to say something like that, it's like, well, what they doing in OKC? Because they beat.
Do you think Trae Young trying to go to OKC though, and that's why he's trying to? I don't think Trae Young want to be in Atlanta no more. So
he definitely don't want to be in Atlanta no more. But
I think he trying to.
I wouldn't want to go from Atlanta.
I think he trying to top off anybody he can.
I wouldn't want OKC to be the destination because you really ain't got no bases in OKC. I mean, they got Shea and
I already got to ask that question because you already answered. Is Brunson a new face of New York basketball? You think so? And not a bad way, but yeah. I mean, just currently where they stand. With the way that question is actually posed,
yeah,
the new face of New York basketball,
yeah,
yes,
definitely the new face of New York basketball. Yes. They haven't had a face since Carmelo. I think they were in this rough patch to where, at one point, they thought.
People say the stupidest stuff in life.
Anyway, so they have the Knicks ended up actually like finding somebody because they thought Julius Randle was that person when they got him.
Let's handle this actually. Go ahead. You continue.
And when they found out that Julius Randle wasn't that person, they were like, okay, we need to find somebody. Jalen Brunson, they picked him up without. Now, let me rephrase that. With Julius Randle, they saw what he did, and they were like, so if we can go a step up from Julius, because Julius is not a terrible player, but they were like, we can go a step up from Julius, because that's all Cat is literally just a step up, a better shooter, and a slightly better rebounder than what Julius Randle is. The Knicks said, okay, we can go up here. What you going to do with that, Jalen? Jalen said, watch this. Took them boys all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. So definitely the new face of New York basketball because they ain't had one in a while.
Will OKC's defense be able to handle Anthony?
I'm more worried about Anthony being able to be a consistent shooter because that ain't always contingent on the defense, if that makes sense. I mean, sometimes you just not shooting effectively and you need to switch up your game. And it's no secret that Minnesota had terrible shooting last series against Golden State, and they ain't got nothing to do with Golden State defense. Guarantee you that ain't had nothing to do with their defense. That was just, they were just cold. So I'm not really so much worried about OKC defense. Because again, you in a tough spot right now as OKC. Your big man just had to see Aaron Gordon and Jokic for 7 games. Now they got to go up and see Rudy Gobert, and Julius Randle for whatever amount of games that y'all take them in. That's, I would be scared.
So let's stay with basketball. This is probably going to be our last topic of the night. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Hey, Angel Reese said basketball play. They called it. Move on.
I feel like right now, and this ain't even like they didn't give us a question for this or anything. I literally just remembered that it happened, and my stance on it is I feel like everybody. Emmanuel Ocho said it best today on the facility. I feel like everybody is overreacting to Angel's overreaction.
Yeah, because it's one thing to say that in the press conference, but it's like that's not what you portrayed when it happened.
But I think her saying that in the press conference was 100% sarcasm.
Okay.
That was 100% sarcasm. I don't want to talk about this. Y'all saw what she did because again the call was Caitlyn was in the wrong and her and Angel Aaliyah was in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So when she said the refs called it right, because they did.
Yeah.
Everybody was in the wrong except for Aaliyah. Aaliyah was only trying.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Aaliyah shouldn't have got a tech.
That's why I was gonna wait till you to finish, but I was gonna be like, Aaliyah getting that tech
Aaliyah
was a
should
little.
not have gotten a tech.
I don't know if that was just like.
That was because Aaliyah literally sat there and pushed that girl and was
Yeah.
like, "Move, bitch, get out the way,
Yeah.
get out the way, please, get out the way."
That's my song.
That's
Move, get out the way. All right, that's that.
That's that all.
That's that all.
That's that all, man. No, but for real though, like
Yeah, I didn't agree with the.
that was
yeah.
that was because of how the play progressed, which is why Aaliyah got the call.
Yeah.
But again, we know they don't like each other.
Yeah, we knew this.
As much as they say, "Oh no, it's okay, we're cool," we know y'all don't like each other.
And that I feel like they need to just stop that like
They got
facade of like we like each other. It's because when stuff like this happen, that's when it become more evident to us
that y'all don't like each other.
Y'all don't like each other. Then when you get in the press conferences and be snarky and sarcastic like this.
Because again, I really think that, bro, that was 100% sarcasm.
I mean, bro, Angel being who she is and having the people around her being her influences like Shaq and there's different people of that caliber, knowing how they used to interview in their days of playing.
Because even
that
after,
sarcasm is that part of 100%
even
sarcasm.
after she was ready to bump, she was ready to bump.
Yeah.
Like, after the play had progressed and and they went to the reviews and all that, she's still on the sideline talking about, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. You messed with the wrong one. Like,
I mean, then again, man, I'm gonna troll a little bit. This could all just be TV. All just script.
And they just be texting, calling each other. Girl, we got them last night.
Yeah, this could all just be WNBA trying to rank up the conversation around the game.
Caitlin texted Angel and was like, girl, I know you don't get no views like that. This is how we can get the views. So, uh-oh. 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 Because the conversation I had today with a few of the guys was that all of this is really jealousy on Angel's part.
Yes, because I feel like I'm supposed to be who the league has made you.
Because I'm black. Because I feel like Angel thinks this is a black league. So because this is a black league,
I'm supposed to be the face that they say you are. And that's really not the case. But again, like I just said, Drip, that go into her mentorship, the people she keep around her. Like, at the end of the day, the girl's a basketball player, but she's also heavily involved in the pop culture, into entertainment and all of that. At the end of the day, it's like all that stuff play a part into how you think as a person. So when you go out here thinking that you're supposed to be this because of the color of your skin, it's like, bro, it's not no white, black. Like, bro, we looking for real basketball
hoopers.
Players. Like, we looking for hoopers in the WNBA.
And if you keep missing, you ain't no hooper.
So if you comparing yourself to Aja Wilson and like, oh, well, I can be the next. No, baby, you can't. That ain't where you at yet. And with this type of mentality, you've never seen Aja act in this way to get to where she is. So how you think you going to get to where she is by doing the stuff that you're doing? You're not going to get there. Play your game and let your game speak for itself. That's what Aja's done. Any of the black people that you want to, Brittany Griner, any of the black people that you want to try to refer to and be like, oh, well, I can be like them. Well, yeah, you can, but look at what they did to get to where they are. So, hey, man, Angel going to have to learn, man. I hope that Reese deal pay out for her, because at the end of the day, boy, she going to be getting that contract from Ice Cube to go play in the Big Three if she keep acting like this. And I'm just being honest with you. And I'll go a step further. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 years she decided to lead a WNBA to go take something like that, because at the end of the day, Angel is about the check. She's heavily involved in the pop culture entertainment. Big Three get the calling. She looking at the WNBA. I ain't won no championship yet. I ain't really did none yet.
Nah, she ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do that.
I don't know, man.
She's not gonna do that. No.
I mean, again, I'm not saying in the next year or two, but it's like in the next 5 years, bro.
Because the WNBA is the pinnacle for women's basketball.
Yeah.
Because of the limited roster spots and all of that, you got girls who are hooping and still can't make a roster spot.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, 100%.
So as long as she's making a roster spot, bro, that girl ain't no way in hell she's leaving the W, bro.
I mean,
check or not, bro.
Hey,
because that it's no. Everybody makes the W, but not everybody stays in the W.
Yeah, and I
Take
mean, we
Deja
saw
Kelly, for instance.
I'm about to say we saw that.
Deja Kelly just came out in her debut in preseason, dropped 21 points.
Mm-hmm.
Aja dropped 5. Jackie dropped 10. Chelsea dropped 5 or 10. You're the highest scorer in a preseason game. You got dropped the next day.
Yeah. Hey.
So I think she got too much respect to this league, bro. Like,
that's our hope. Our hope is that she has enough respect for the league to understand the position that she's in, not just as a female basketball player, but as we just acknowledged, as a black female basketball player. Like, you got something that a lot of women don't have, so don't take it for advantage. Like, the little stuff like that she got involved in with Caitlin, it ain't worth it. Like, again, you're only not where you want to be because of stuff like this. Like, just play the game. Because, again, last year she played a pretty decent game.
But, no, she's not where she want to be, not because of stuff like this. She's not where she want to be because even when her playing a pretty decent game, your pretty decent game was contingent off of you rebounding your own misses 55 times in one game. Let's just be honest. You're not where you want to be because you're not a top 10 player. You're not where you want to be because you're not one of the best small forwards in the league. That's where she not want to be. It ain't got nothing to do with her attitude. It ain't got.
I mean,
to do
that
with
stuff play a part, though. I mean, the play style on court and off the court, all that play a part into who she is trying to mold herself to be, or who she portrays she want to be when she talk. It's like your play style don't match that, and your off court definitely don't match that. So it's like it's
yes and no, because off court she's making more money than Caitlin Clark.
I mean, again, because of her involvement in entertainment and pop culture, like
Exactly. So again, to money, because she's making all of this money, that's not a factor in anything that she cares about. And this is just my personal opinion. Like, when it comes down to this the WNBA stuff, like, thinking of straight what I'm doing, and like, think of what she said about where she views the game of the WNBA. When the most historic thing she said was when her and Caitlin Clark was both going at it, and she was saying something along the lines of like, she thinks, or it was something along the lines of like, y'all give her all the attention, but the attention shouldn't be on her. It should be that attention should be across the whole league. Like, that alone should show people how she feels about the W. It's not a me thing. It's not a her thing. It's we all should be getting this. Because when we all get this, now I can actually get the shine I know I deserve. But if y'all continue to just put your shine on this white girl, the whole league can't get what they deserve as a whole. Yes, we get more viewership because more people are trying to view Caitlin Clark, but all they're trying to view is Caitlin Clark.
They're not rushing to see just any WNBA game because of...
So when you hear what she said a year and a half ago in regards to, again, I feel like y'all are giving this girl all the shine when the shine should be upon the league, not her. She wasn't saying I should get the shine. She was saying the league should get the shine. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think 5 years from now she get a big contract. No. She cares about women's basketball.
I forgot I even said that. But yeah, I mean, 100%. Yeah.
Like, it and I agree with, in all totality and all sentiments of what she said. Like, it shouldn't be about Caitlyn and Angel's drama. It should be about what Caitlyn and Angel are both bringing to the league in regards to their presence, their viewership, so on and so forth. Because realistically, white people are watching because of Caitlyn, but black people are watching because of Angel.
I mean, the league know that, which is why they gonna try to maximize as much as they can off of that Caitlyn and Angel drama, beef, fiasco, whatever, is because they already know, like, okay, we see what's going on here. So let's, because at the end of the day, I don't even understand why the pitch isn't just to maximize off of two elite basketball players coming into the WNBA and redefining the game together. Not a black-white thing. They just, both these girls come in here from college playing the game. Like, it just makes you wonder what's going to be the perception that's going to continue to be after. I mean, because obviously these two are in the league, but what's going to happen with the next set of WNBA players that have to come in? Like, when you look at Flau'jae, like, what's going to be her? Like, what are we going to be measuring her up against when she comes in? Like, is she going to have somebody that y'all going to try to pair her up against to be like...
I don't, bro, and this is all honesty, bro, because we've had hoopers, I mean, bona fide hoopers come in through this WNBA draft that have still not sustained a roster spot, bro. Flau'jae is going to come in and get dropped. Sorry to say it, like, she's going to come into this league and get dropped, bro.
And that's probably one of the many reasons why she was like, I'll stay and I want to win one. I want to finish out. I was like, nah, you realize what's going on here. You going to get out here and you're being projected to be like number one this, top this, but the reality is you're going to get out there and team going to be like, because what's the point you just made? You dropped 21 points, got dropped the next day. So it's not because she wasn't hooping, but it's just other things that go into like those type of decision makings. But I definitely see Flau'jae coming in.
The only thing that goes into that type of decision making is money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's all finances, and it's like
that's literally
at the end of the day,
it's not about how hard you hoop, why you hoop, when you hoop, how you hoop.
It's obviously
all money.
It's obviously not like the NBA to where they just calling players up from the G League left and right, 2-way contracts, this, that, and the third.
Now, if there were 32 teams in the WNBA,
I mean, again, we see the expansion. You saw they got the expansion team now over there in San Francisco. Them girls got they behind whoop they debut game though. Oh my God, they got beat so bad. They first game, I was like,
got the brakes beat off them girls, boy.
Whoa, they had the whole Golden State. I mean, ain't like them boys was in the playoffs and nothing. They ain't really had nothing else to do. But they had the whole Golden State out there. Steve Kerr, everybody. What's that, Drew? Club.
But thank y'all so much for tuning into this edition.
He said,
this 11th episode,
the 11th hour
of Discussions and Conversations. Listen, we're coming to y'all live every Monday and Friday. We need y'all to like, we need y'all to share, we need y'all to comment, all of that stuff. Like,
it's not a joke.
Without y'all doing that, we'll continue to sit here and have nothing to talk about. Not that we have nothing to talk about, but
because obviously we ain't just been sitting there the last hour and a half talking.
But the last comment was Knicks Timberwolves will be a sick finals. Like,
and we done had.
We ain't talked about them niggas in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We done talked about the WNBA for the last 15 minutes.
About at least by 15.
So listen, guys, we need your likes, we need your shares,
very important,
your comments. Let's go up from here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of Discussions and Conversations. Y'all may think I'm reading a script or nothing. I'm just trying to see if anybody's saying something on our outro.
He said, if I'm reading a script.
I'm not. I'm just trying to see if anybody says anything on our outro right here, and I still don't see nobody saying nothing, bro.
Not a thing. I'm staring at it. Good 75% of the time, I'm looking up there trying to make sure we don't miss nothing. I try to keep us on our toes as much as possible. But
wow, YouTube. Well, again,
that's it.
We thank y'all for tuning in, Skis. We're going to be bringing out more content soon. Be on the lookout very, very soon. We still got interviews from an event from a few weeks ago that we got to drop to y'all, that y'all got to see. Great conversations that we had with some people. Some of the conversations not so great.
Yeah, some of them.
They were just conversations.
They just were there. They just sat down and we just was like, all right, let's film it. But
we still got some stuff coming in the pipeline, man. Woo! That's on my third one. Y'all tune in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sharing if you did. I didn't see nobody share it, comment, nothing.
I ain't get tagged in the thing.
I ain't seen not a thing, bro.
No,
Diddy! Oh my God, we ain't talking about Diddy today.
No, we didn't. No, nobody did.
Nobody. Wow, man. Well, again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Discussions and Conversations, man. I had a ball tonight.
I had a ball tonight, Drew.
We literally hit an hour and a half.
Really? 90 minutes?
90 minutes on the head, bro.
We ready for TV.
By the time we hit in broadcast, I'm pretty sure it'll say hour and a half. No. At this point, I'm just push it to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We got a second. We got 50 something seconds left.
45, 30.
45, 30. All right, bet. So I'm gonna give my final push again. Listen. Discussions and Conversations. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all comment.
Everything.
This wasn't asked of me, but because we got the time to do it. If y'all like these hats, the shirt that I be wearing, all of this stuff, y'all follow Certified Slab Trappers on Instagram.
Slobber!
Boom! Y'all make sure y'all follow CST, Certified Slab Trapping. Certified Slab Trappers.
I keep the shades on me.
Come on, man. Make sure y'all
CST
follow
down.
CST, bro. Because really,
Really, really.
We unofficially, officially sponsored, bro. So
For real, for real.
y'all tap in. Shirts, they hard. The hats, they hard.
Hoodies, hard.
The hoodies.
Shorts, hard.
Bro, he got shorts,
Socks, hard. Towels, hard.
So again,
gloves,
bro,
hard.
Y'all tap in. Y'all tap into discussions and conversations. Follow me. Follow him.
Follow us.
For real.
Dre Will I.
Like, y'all follow us because we going on the up and up.
Up.
Like, bro. Oh my God, bro. Y'all just got to share, like, and comment. If y'all share, like, and comment, because we can only do so much.
Yeah, it's only 2 of us.
We can only do so much. I only got about 3,000 followers on Instagram. So I can only talk to about 3,000 people. But if my 3,000 get with your 3,000, and your 3,000 get with their 3,000,
and then they 3,000
get with their other 4, 5,
that's 3,
2,
6,
3,
9,
5,
12,
6, 10, 10, 5,
15,
5,
18, 21, 24.
All the people got to do is share. If y'all share,
we'll be gone.
We go viral tomorrow, pussy hoe.
Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? The 20th? Bow! We over an hour and a half now. I'm pretty sure we don't put...
Excuse me, God.
Live on Mondays and Fridays. Discussions and conversations.
Still ain't got nobody.
Nobody, bro.
Still ain't said that, man. So, I'm about to end it right here. That's Dre.
I'm
Chris. This is the DK Podcast. Discussions and Conversations Podcast. Tune in this Friday, 7 p.m. We here, man. We out of here, bro. We thought we was out of here, but